everyone, welcome to another video, and today we are going to make another series or a mini series called s56 KVK. I'm going to do like a small recap every week until the end of the KVK, and I'm going to show you guys some of the strategies and some of the fights we had along the KVK, and maybe show you guys some strategies within the factions and events within there, how we managed to do this and that during the KVK, right? So the first thing is I want to shout out to our server leaders, server 56 leaders, because they did manage to make a really genius strategy. I really like it personally. I think it's really good for the server. So let's go take a look at the ranking. As you can see, all of the main alliance in server 56 is in Hydro factions. So it's going to be really interesting how it goes, because this is the first time we are doing it. I don't want to give the leadership the credit where it's due, because it's been working well so far, even though it's first day and there's still a month left. But from what I've seen so far in the chats and in like among the fights, I'm also gonna shout out to server 82 and their alliance GN, because they're doing some KE and they're willing to fight us like toe to toe. I'm gonna shout out to them because they made the KVK more fun for all of us. Although it seems like it's like David against Goliath, but it's making really fun for us. I want to shout out to them. So let's see about the strategy. I'm gonna explain a little bit about our strategy and how it becomes like this. So what makes or how it is possible that the three main alliances in server 56 manage to become in one faction. So here is the thing though, like if you are in a big server, you probably have an empty alliance shell. Probably many as well. At least you should be having one or two, or at least two or three empty shells in each color ready to be used, right? So here's the genius strategy that the server leadership came up with, is that our blue, one of the colors in server 56 is to name Anarchy Anna, right? In blue color. So what we did is we pull out a lot of players and we put them in like a lower power alliances, basically an alt alliance. Put them there until the faction, like when we knew the matchmaking, but we wanted to have all the alliance from the server 56 in one faction. So we were waiting for the faction to until we know which faction the main alliance is, and then we go there together. Because if, like from previous patch, it was said that the top two alliances with the power from one server is automatically chosen a faction, while the rest we can pick them ourselves. So luckily this time we have HMB, Eden, and now we have a new alliance called Nova. This one is the original Anna alliance. So people from Anna went to Nova. So now everybody is in blue faction. So it's gonna be like a relocation for people around to move around a little bit. It might be a lot of work for server leaders, and thankfully in server 56 a lot of people were cooperating really well. We were listening to our leaders, so everything went smoothly. So yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why I think that the server is doing better even though it's day one, and you have a long way until the end of KVK. But from the start already, I can, can see the like the server become unite again a little bit after some mini drama here and there and mini, problems here and there, you know, like the normal thing within the server, right? And once the KVK started, everybody had the same goal, and we managed to make a federation together, all of the three alliances, and now we are fighting together really well. And you know, it's been a really good start for KVK so far for server 56. I'm, like I said, I'm gonna give props to the server leadership for making this become reality, because I can imagine it become like very challenging for some servers to, you know, create something like this. Although I'm not gonna say this is 100% perfect, because if you can look at some of the players, we have some of the players stuck in Ana still that was, didn't get enough players. Sorry, didn't manage to move over in time or didn't pay attention. So we will do better next time. But this time, I think a lot of people were on the board with the idea, and I think once people get to know this like strategy even more, get to know what we're doing, seeing what we're doing is doing really good, I think a lot of people will probably, you know, try this strategy even more. Right now, I think it's really difficult to beat us because all of the main alliances, all the players are here. But let's look where Anna is, right? Anna, if we were stuck in Anna, Anna would have been in the Terra, which, I mean, for people that are stuck in Terra, you're gonna have a really hard time as well as the whales that we have in the original Ana Alliance are still in Ana. So you're gonna be fighting people like Sasa, Revo. For those you don't know who they are, I think that's fine. But for those who know, who they are, you know how huge of whale they are. So they are out there, and keep in mind they do not have city buff, so they're still super strong. As you can see, there are still some people there. So it's gonna be really interesting how these pan out to be. And for our first weekend, I think we are doing well. Everything go as planned, and a lot of people gets to fight, as you can see here. And like I said, shout out to Server 52 for making this happen, like the fights and stuff. Although, you know, just having fun. It's a war game, a lot of fighting, as you can see here. So this is really interesting because in the previous two KVKs, I think a lot of people were kind of bored because we got a dead KVK. So people kind of lost the motivation, morale, the fun of the game. And now that we can fight as an alliance or as a server, I think a lot of people become more interested, more alive again, more motivated, and we are going to try to do our best to win this KVK. And of course, I'm gonna show you guys the servers we are meeting. As of now, as you can see, we have meeting 143, the Japanese server. We are meeting 136, the Chinese server. So it's gonna be really interesting when the gates number 2 open. I'm gonna do more video about that as well, and I'm gonna record some of the fights. Hopefully, it's gonna be really fun. But as a look of now, it seems like we are the favorite to win. But You never know. These servers are really strong as well. Some of the whales they are really strong and they can defeat us anytime. But I'm gonna trust the process with the leadership and see how it goes. So yeah, that's a little bit about the KVK and Server 56 from the start. I'm gonna do one more video next week in Sunday. I'm gonna cover it a little more when some cities has been taken and maybe when the gates open so we can see the progress. And if you guys have any questions and have the idea like how we managed to do this, please leave a comment in on YouTube or in the game section here, daily talk section of my video. So I will be happy to reply you all, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's been a lot of talking, a lot of showing you guys what's happening with the strategy and stuff like that. And if you guys are interested, like I said, you can always message me. You can always give it a shout out. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you again next video.